it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. It is Vlogmas Day 5. I am in such a good mood, so let's just jump right in. Today I'm going to do the end of the year book tag, and I believe Ariel Bissett is the creator of this tag, so I'll link her channel down below. You should definitely go check her out. She's from my beloved Canada, and she's awesome. And she's one of the co-creators of the Reading Rush. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? And my answer to that is, yesterday I posted a video called Book Series I Need to Finish. So yes, there's a lot. And then tomorrow, if scheduling goes as planned, I'm posting a Books I Need to Finish Cozy Edition. So the answer to this question is a big fat yes. So many books. Next is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? And since I'm coming to the end of the year book tag game late, I decided to do a wintry book to transition us into the last month of the year. And for that, I have On Thin Icing by Ellie Alexander. This is the third book in the Bake Shop Mystery series, and you don't really have to read these in order. It's better if you do, but this is early enough in the series that it's not going to spoil anything later on or from the first two books, if that makes sense. But this follows the story of Jules, and she and her mother own this bake shop named Tort in the Pacific Northwest, specifically in Ashland, Oregon. She's asked to cater an off-season retreat for the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and it is at this remote resort deep in the woods. And this big snowstorm happens where they're kind of stuck there, and while they're there, Jules stumbles upon a body of someone who is not well liked by many of the attendees of this retreat. And while there, she decides that she's going to try to solve the mystery because there is a murderer on the loose, and it's possibly one of the people from the Shakespeare Festival. And I absolutely adore this series. Ellie Alexander is my favorite cozy mystery author, and she also writes under the name Kate Dyer Seeley. And this is definitely a fun, quick, cozy read, and when I think winter, I think cozy. So this is the perfect book for this question. Next is there a new release you're still waiting for? And the answer is yes. So many. But my most anticipated right now has to be The Silver Serpents by Roshni Chokshi. It's the second book in the Gilded Wolves trilogy. I think it's a trilogy. But I absolutely adored the Gilded Wolves. I have a full spoiler-free book review that I'll link. But The Silver Serpents was originally supposed to come out in February, and it's been pushed back to September of 2020, so I have quite a long wait, but I think it'll be worth it. Next is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So I'm in the middle of 3 books now. So the first is The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White, and basically this opens with Guinevere heading to Camelot so that she and Arthur can be wed, and within the first 2 chapters we find out that Guinevere is not who she says she is, and magic has been banished from the kingdom, and because magic has been banished, that means Merlin has been banished. So things are quite rocky in Camelot. And I'm about 50 pages in so far. I started it the other day. Really, really liking it. So I definitely want to finish this. Another book I'm in the middle of is Foul Play at the Fair by Shelley Fradont. This is the first book in the Celebration Bay mystery series. It's a cozy mystery, and this follows the story of event planner Liv Montgomery, and they are in the middle of their Harvest by the Bay festival, which is a huge event for her town. And while there, or during the festival, a body is discovered. Liv gets involved because since she's the coordinator, she has to get ahead of this PR-wise so that the attendees' experience isn't ruined and the police can do their investigating without all these tourists showing up, and she gets involved that way, and I'm assuming she helps solve the crime because that's how things usually go. But I really like the atmosphere in this book so far. I like the writing style, I like the characters, so I think I'm going to enjoy it. Finally, I'm taking forever to read this, but it is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is about secret societies at Yale, and I think that's really all you need to know, because when I first jumped into this, like, the first 100 pages are hard. You need to just kind of push through it because it's a little info dumpy, but it's worth it because you need that information for the major things that are happening. I'm about halfway through it, and I thought I would just fly through this, but I haven't. I'm kind of savoring it. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I like it. I appreciate that it's different, and it's definitely an adult book, but every Leigh Bardugo book I've read, I've really enjoyed, so I have high hopes that maybe the second half of this book will really be fantastic, and it'll make the first 100 pages worth it. The next question is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I highly doubt it. So far, I think I'm pretty solid in my favorites of the year, and I'm going to do another video on that, but it would have to be a really fantastic book to top my favorites of this year. So I'm going to go with no. And finally, have you already started making reading plans for 2020? Yes. I plan on making a video for my reading goals for the year. That'll be posted at the beginning of January. But I am a big advocate for planning ahead in organization, so I am already on it. That is it. That was the end of the year book tag, and I tag whoever's watching. I honestly have seen this go around so much, I don't even remember who's done it and who hasn't, but if you haven't done this and you're watching this, consider yourself tagged. If you do end up doing this video as a result, please tag me, send me the link so that I can go watch it. I'm really interested to see what your answers are. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.